That's right, the Double Edged Christian Rock and Comedy Show, live with you guys here on Facebook Live and livestream.com from 12 to 1 o'clock. I'm your host, Jeff Leahy, here with my co-host and producer, Mr. Nigel Delbert. Ready to do this again?
Yeah.
All in your Bills stuff.
Let's go, Buffalo. The Chiefs to our house. Let's see how much they cry then.
Yeah. I hope we do well against our arch nemesis. So.
Yeah. They've taken us out twice in the playoffs. It's time to change the scenery.
Yes.
Change the direction of the way things have been going.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, we get together every week to talk about a featured band and a featured comedian. And then Nigel does at 12:30, he does a top 10. And 12:45, we do a time of prayer. You guys could let us know how we can be praying for you. If not, we just take the time just to pray for the radio station and the outreaches and the things that we're doing. So, all right, Nigel. So who do we got for a band today?
We got one of my all-time favorites. They still are around, and they still kick some rock, some butt, or however you want to say that.
Right.
And I've been waiting for this album to come out, and I recently got it in the mail.
Wow.
And the LP, the brand new music from Bride.
Nice.
Are You Awake? And I understand why they call it this, because if you weren't awake before listening to this album,
you're
going to wake now. If you have an energy drink like this Kickstart and you have Bride, you're going to be going all day, baby. You really are. That's a great way to get pumped up for a Bills football game. If you're on the Mafia, and throw snowballs in the air when you're done, after it. But this album is great. I listened to the whole thing last night. I wanted to make sure I listened to the whole thing. We got 4 songs that we're featuring off of it, and it just sounds like they always have. It sounds like they did in the early and mid 90s. They don't stop a beat, and I'd go on to say it's one of their best albums they've done. I just think it's very good. If you're not familiar with Bride, they're a hard rock, heavy metal type venue. They've been around. They formed back in the 1980s and did a lot of music, starting in like 1986, and they are basically run by 2 brothers, Dale and Troy Thompson. Dale basically writes the lyrics, and Troy writes the music. If you're familiar at all with Bride, that's how they kind of do things. They are from Louisville, Kentucky originally. Wow. And they've originally, way back when, they went by the name of Matrix at first, and the brothers started writing music and recording demos all the way back in 83. They recorded 4 demos and started selling them at concerts and through magazines, and then whoever they could get their hands on for the people to hear them. And then in 86, the band opened for the Canadian group Daniel Band, which was popular in the mid-80s. They were a Canadian Christian group. We've played them before on Retro Rock. Right. The performance caught the eye of an agent from Refuge Records, and he decided to sign them to a new label, Pure Metal Records, which was a affiliate of Refuge. It was more hard rock stuff that they did at the time. It was also in metal at the time. The band consisted of guitarist Steve Osborne, which was with the group all the way till 2011, bassist Scott Hall, and drummer Stephen Rowland. They officially changed their name to Bride and went on to record Show No Mercy, which was their first album. In 1988, Frank Perpello joined the band, which was the lineup. They recorded Live to Die and also Silence is Madness. There's 3 albums in the 80s, and then they've done tons of stuff since. And moving over to about this album, Are We Awake? First things first, the sound quality, at least on the record, is excellent. Wow. Troy Thompson writes the best guitar grooves and just some kicking stuff. Wow. The drums sound incredible on this. It's constantly expanding its musical expressions, and guitar solos are sweet. Dale always has that great raspy, if you like that, style voice. It's kind of like Axl Rose. You'll like Bride. Nice. His side products aside, I still think it sounds the best when he sings right here at home with his Bride. They just sound really good. The song we're going to start off with, one of my favorites from the album, Ain't No Losers, without a doubt an old school throwback Bride rocker. From the ripping lead guitar leads into your in-your-face Troy leads and the bass guitar makes its presence known in glorious groove fashion. They even got more cowbell, piano, and live rock enduring firmly planting the song in the dirt of bride soil. It's some great stuff from there. And then let's see, move down a little bit here about this. Let's see, that's just about tracks. So while we can still debate the status of consciousness at this point, there's no denying that Bride is alive and awake, firing on all 4 cylinders at 40 years of age or so. A point in this career, they've been in the music business like 40 years.
Wow.
Their music is still engaging and definitely encouraging, excellent. While you won't hear a best ever debate from my lips, I just appreciate that Dale and Troy Thompson, along with their new friends, continue to share their awesome rockin' music.
Wow.
Bride, our featured band, and a personal favorite of mine, right here on Double Edge, on Sleaze Retro, Double Edge Christian Rock and Comedy Show. Yeah, that's where we are here.
That's awesome. Cool. Awesome. Well, I'm really looking forward to hearing these guys too. So
yes, it rocks.
So what do we have for a featured band today?
This Bride.
I mean, I'm featured comedian. My brain is fried today.
It is Brian McKim. He is the first time comedian that we've had here on the show.
Okay.
He is a stand-up comedy. He was born and raised in New Jersey, so kind of local, not too far from the area. He calls himself the Pride of Pennsauken. I guess that is the where he is the name of the city or the place in New Jersey he's from. But moved to Los Angeles in 1988 and began performing in 1981. In addition to performing as a stand-up comic, he is also a comedy writer. He has contributed to Fox's television's Comic Strip Live, along with his wife, who's also a professional comedian and writer. This is the only time I've heard of a husband and wife comedian duo.
That's interesting.
They both are comedians on the creative team for the John DeBella Show. They authored a book, The Comedy Bible, The Comedy Resources for Inspiring Comedians, released on October 1st of 2011. He also received a Bachelor of Science degree in journalism from Temple University and graduated from Temple in 1981. His wife, Tracy Skeen, is again a stand-up, as well a stand-up comedian.
Wow.
And kind of a weird website. He does have a website, but it's I don't know. I have a hard time following it, but we'll let you know what that is at the end of the show here today. But Brian McKim is our featured comedian today.
Cool.
On Double Edge. So that should be good. Let's make sure mark that.
Awesome. And then coming up at 30 minutes after our hour, Nigel has his top 10. What's your top 10 today? Yeah,
today's top 10 is a top 10 about not doing your homework when it comes to buying the new technologies, the new computers and laptops, whether you're talking Dell or Apple or Windows or whatever. Yeah. We got the top 10 signs that you bought a bad computer today on the show. Top 10 signs that you bought a bad computer coming up at 12:30, and that should definitely be an interesting one for sure.
Cool. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm about to start shopping for a computer.
Are you really?
Get some helpful hints.
Well, these aren't helpful. These are things not to do. So these are things to stay away from.
Helpful hints to stay away from. Awesome. And then coming up at 45 minutes after the hour, we have prayer. So if you've got any prayer concerns, just let us know. All right, so let's get into this. Nigel, what do you think?
Definitely, let's get into it.
All right.
I'm in agreement.
All right, so this is Bride. The name of the song is called, oh my gosh, Ain't No Loser.
Ain't No Loser. And
yes.
And that's what Buffalo's going to say after they beat the Chiefs on Sunday.
Yes.
Ain't No Loser. Right here on Double Edge.
Awesome. Yep. That's them.
That is them.
Tasty leads.
Yes.
Tasty solo. I like that.
You can hear the cowbell. Boom, 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 boom.
Makes just more rock. Plus that voice. I mean, that voice. Axl Rose-ish.
Yes.
There's such a thing. So, cool. All right. Well, we're going to get into our featured comedian.
Yeah, Brian
Awesome.
McKim.
All right. Check this out. I'm ready to do some laughing. How about you?
Yeah, let's definitely for sure.
Awesome.
Check this out, Brian McKim right here on Double Edge.
The last 6 months, I've given up sugar, I've given up carbs, I've given up caffeine, I've given up alcohol. In order to save time, I just tell people I've given up. I live in Las Vegas now, lived there for 10 years. Moved there from back east, had to get away from the winters. Winter's not all bad. I made a lot of cash when I was a kid shoveling snow. That was nice. Today's parents, they don't even let their kids play in the snow, let alone work in the snow. Today's parents don't let their kids out of the house. Today's parents are turning their children into indoor cats. Oh my gosh, Connor got out. Somebody left the back door open. Connor, honey. Check the basement. It's getting dark. Got to go back east for a little bit. That was nice. Got to see some friends and relatives. Back there for my niece. My niece's daughter, I guess that would be my grandniece, great niece, whatever. It was her birthday. She turned 12. I didn't know what to get her. I asked my niece, I said, what should I get her? She says, well, she really likes things that make her seem mature. So I got her a hearing aid. It worked. People ask me, what does it take to be a stand-up comic? What do you need? Well, you need a good memory. I have a great memory. I can't remember the last time I forgot something. Wasn't always that way. When I was a kid, I was always losing things, misplacing things. My mother was never any help. She'd say the same thing every time I lost something. Like, for instance, I'd say, Ma, I can't find my baseball glove. She'd say the same thing every time. Well, it didn't just grow legs and walk away. That used to make me angry. How glorious was the day I couldn't find my tadpole. Some of you grew up near water, that's good. Everybody here have access to the internet? Say yes. Yes. You gotta ask. You cannot assume everyone has access to the internet. There are people in this country who do not have access to the internet. They do exist. I have spoken to them. Both of them. They live in Indiana. They think eBay is pig Latin for bee, which it is. Perhaps they're sharper than we think.
He's a funny guy. I just gave up. I could say the same thing about, like, Mountain Dew. Just giving up.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to go to a break and we'll come back. You're listening to the Double Edge Christian Rock and Comedy Show.
You're listening to the Double Edge Christian Rock and Comedy Show, an outreach ministry of Church on the Rock, 164 Madison Street, Oneida, New York. If you have any questions or would like any more information about the church and its ministries, give us a call at 315-280-4044. That's 315-280-4044. You can also check us out online at www.yourcotr.com. That's right, www.yourcotr.com. Thanks again for listening to the Double Edge Christian Rock and Comedy Show.
Double Edge is an outreach ministry of Church on the Rock, right here in beautiful Oneida, New York. 315-280-4044. 315-280-4044. That's the phone number to the church if you'd like to hear more about us. Also, you can check us out on the internet at www.yourcotr.com. www.yourcotr.com. Hey, and if you're listening to the program and you like what you're listening to, give us a call. Let us know right here to our radio station phone number, 315-838-1577. 315-838-1577. So Nigel and I both have a show on WMCR 101.1 The Wave. Yeah. You're doing retro rock, and I am doing Faith Talks. So I wanted to let you know that I have not just said that retro rock is out of the 80s and 90s. I have changed that.
I heard you say that, and I thanked you on the air.
Did you?
When on my recent recording for this pot of Sunday. So you check out this Sunday, you'll see. If you hear that part, you'll hear that towards the end of the show, I say, Jeff corrected himself, and he said, because we do have late 60s and lots of 70s stuff that we have here on the show. Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Too much fun. So if you guys are out there and you listen to regular radio, we're right at WMCR 101.1 The Wave. I believe I'm on at 8 and you're on at 9. Is that correct? Yep. Awesome. Our total station's on for those 2 hours from 8 to 10. His hour's the first hour, I'm the second hour. And I'm excited too because hopefully our radio station contact unfortunately wasn't feeling well, wasn't able to do it this past week, but I know that with my show I'm going to be actually going live right here from our studio to WMCR. So that'll be fun and less work for me because, Nigel, you do a lot of editing for your shows and things like that. It can be pretty time consuming. So I'm just going to go on and then get off. All done. All right, so Sunday we talked about the power of persistent prayer, part 2. And, I've always struggled with, Nigel, there's some scriptures I shared with one is just the friend in Luke 11:5-8. And basically, Jesus, the very beginning of chapter 11, the disciples ask, show us how to pray. And Jesus does the Lord's Prayer. But then he goes into this story about a friend who finds out last minute that he has somebody coming to his house for bread. He's not prepared, so he goes and he knocks on his friend's house door at midnight. And then later it says, at the end of that, he says, he will rise and give him what he needs, not because he's a friend, but because of his persistence. And sometimes when I think of persistence, I think of nagging. And so I was like, I don't think I understand this. This does, you know what I'm saying? But if you go, there are several times in the Gospels where Jesus says to not be nagging, I think that's an attitude, but to be persistent. And my question was why? And we found it there with the woman with the issue of blood who is struggling to get through to Jesus because of this crowd of literally hundreds of people. She has this issue of blood, which is something that she shouldn't be in public with. It's considered, she's considered just not safe, and she pushes in through people, and she keeps saying, if I could touch the hem of his garment, I know that I'll be healed, over and over again. And so she keeps pushing, she keeps saying, she gets to Jesus, and Jesus says, your faith has made you well, which was interesting. And then later on, there's a story of this woman who was a Gentile. And Gentiles and Jews, they weren't the best of friends sometimes. Jews thought Gentiles were dogs and just not good people, and Gentiles felt that Jews were just pious people. And this woman keeps going to Jesus, asking over and over again, my daughter is demon-possessed. I need some help. He doesn't listen to her. She goes back to the disciples. The disciples like, get rid of this woman. Jesus at one point ignores her. Then he says that basically, I didn't come to give bread to dogs, and I'm thinking that's a tough one to kind of whatever. But she still persists, and she says even the dogs are worthier to eat off the crumbs after the master's table. And Jesus says, your faith has healed your daughter again. So the point is in the persistence is that persistence is a expression of our faith. That's why God is all about persistence. And so, we're not going to keep asking someone unless we think that maybe they could answer what we're going to say. And so that's what's kind of there, and that's where that was. Anything popping in your mind when I was sharing that, Nigel? I got an example of persistence that's kind of funny. Monday, I was making lunch for me and my grandma. My dad had some appointments, and I was getting ready, doing this before I came in. I was going to record Retro Rock because of all the different things. SU played basketball last night. Did good for a while anyway. But anyway, so I'm making this. I'm making some macaroni and cheese, and I'm making. You ever had the Salisbury steaks that you put in the oven for like an hour, and they had the plastic topping?
Yep.
Well, my cat Tessie, she's like 2 years old. She's a girl cat. She's persistently. She is. She loves plastic. She is obsessed with plastic. So I take the plastic. So I get done with the food and get ready. I take the plastic off and put it in the garbage, and she keeps going in there and finding it and getting it and taking it out. Now I'm afraid she's gonna pull that thing. It's got all this sauce from the sauce and gonna get it on my dad's rug, and he's gonna get mad when he gets home. She keeps bringing it out there and whatever, and she's persistent, keeps getting there. I keep putting it back. She goes back. I say, no, Tessie, don't do it. Finally, I think I'm gonna outsmart her. There's only thing about my door. There's a couple doors. Yeah. So I said, I'm gonna lock her out of the kitchen. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna close the hallway door, and then I'm gonna close the door in the dining room where she can't get into the kitchen and get it. So I put the plastic in there, put her into the dining room. Yep. But lo and behold, the door is not completely like where it was to be. There's a little hole in the bottom of the door.
Wow.
Between the bottom of the door and the kitchen. Tessie takes her paw, puts it on underneath the thing on the outside of the door, opens the door herself, helps herself in, grabs the plastic in her mouth, and goes her way. And I had to give up. I thought I outsmarted her. She had persistence by that dumb cat. She's not listening. She is so obsessed. I'm like, you win. Take the plastic. Just leave it out here. Don't put it on the rug. Yeah. And I try to say, here, just play with the plastic. If you want to get yourself choked or you want to poop plastic, be my guest. But that cat is so smart. She figured out that she just puts her paw under the door. She opens the door herself and helps herself in. She was persistent. She was not going to have no as an answer to getting that plastic out of that garbage.
Yeah.
She was going to get it no matter what it took.
Yeah. Wow.
And she's an example of persistence.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Awesome. Good example. Cool.
Yeah.
Did Syracuse win last night?
Yes, they did.
Okay,
they had a great win. 7 different guys hit threes. That's 58% from three. That never had. They shoot normally 30% maybe.
Wow. Cool. Awesome. Well, good stuff. Well, we're going to go to another song, and then Nigel's going to come back with his top 10. Nigel, what's your top 10 today?
Yeah, the top 10 is the top 10 signs that you've bought a bad computer.
Top 10 signs. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. All right, what do we got up next for a song?
So we got the title track off the new album. So this one is simply called Are You Awake, which is the name of the album.
Yes.
Right here on the So check this out. We'll do that. We'll come back with a top 10 right after this. Check out this more great music from Bride, our featured band.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hello, that's stinking rockin'. Wow, I can see why you like driving music.
Are you awake now?
I think so. If you're not awake, you're dead. You're dead. Seriously. Awesome. All right, so I'm ready for this top 10, and I'm going to take notes. I got my pen.
You're going to take notes?
Yeah, stay away from this stuff.
Yeah, top 10 signs that you bought a bad computer.
Okay.
Well, first off, for this first one, you know, if you are at like a thrift store or something, that might be a bad idea. And
it would be.
And in this case, something like this could happen.
Yeah.
The lower corner of the screen has the word Etch-a-Sketch on it.
Crap. I paid $50 for this thing.
They're not. The sign you bought, if it says Etch-a-Sketch, it's one of those weird things that you draw with those.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
I thought it was a touch screen.
What is it? Don't it like you have to draw on those? Isn't it like doing like a board on like this board in front of me? It's like adjusting a soundboard, but you're making a drawing with your turning the knobs.
Absolutely.
That's not a computer. That's sign that you bought a bad computer.
It is.
Number 9, and it's a bad sign you bought a bad computer if the celebrity spokesman is Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, where'd you like this computer?
At least I understood the word computer. Everything else is a bad.
Anyone have any doubts? No, I'm just kidding.
Man.
Yes. So Ozzy is not that technically sound. So don't buy a computer from Ozzy Osbourne, please. Nope. Number 8. In order to start it, you need a jumper cables in a friend's car.
That's not good.
If you need jumper cables to start your computer, it might not be a good investment.
No, not.
Another sign that you bought a bad computer. Number 7. You know them floppy disks? Yeah. Your computer should no longer have floppy disks.
It shouldn't.
If you have floppy disks, it's from it's ancient, from 1985.
I thought it was new technology.
If it comes with the game Oregon Trail, don't buy it. You know, don't have a floppy trail and Oregon Trail. How about Reading Rabbit? Reading Rabbit.
Oh, jeez.
This is a little outdated. This is ancient. This is like dinosaur times.
This is DOS, folks.
DOS, floppy disk. Lakers versus Celtics, 1987. There we go. Another sign you bought a bad computer?
Yeah.
You got a great deal on it at Dollar General.
Yeah.
Please do not buy computers.
90% off.
90% off. If you buy a computer from Dollar General, you're a few fries short of a Happy Meal.
This computer's not worth a dime. It's not worth a dime. It's great.
Oh my gosh. And if those aren't bad for you, the top 5 signs you bought a bad computer.
Yeah.
Whenever you turn it on, all the dogs in your neighborhood start howling.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Woo!
Sounded an owl.
Kinda.
There you go, that's better.
That was a wolf. Listen, I heard a wolf. Another sign is a bad computer. Number 4, it crashes more times than the crash test dummies.
That's a lot of crashing.
It's really crashing. It crashed the night. It's had it for the night.
Yeah.
Number 3 sign you bought a bad computer.
Yeah.
The manual contains one sentence in it. Good luck. Good luck. This thing is a hard thing to use.
Game over.
Number 2, you bought a bad computer. The only chip inside it is a Dorito.
Oh, jeez. There's a problem there.
It's a little cheesy.
But is it edible?
It's edible and cheesy.
It's edible and cheesy. Okay,
it's the only chip in it.
At least you got something out of it.
Right. And the number 1 sign that you bought a bad computer.
Yes.
It cyber sucks.
Cyber sucks. That's great.
It cyber sucks. That's it.
Wow, that's good.
Those are signs you bought a bad computer.
Thanks, Nigel.
No more floppy disks or Oregon Trail here.
I can't believe you remember Oregon Trail.
That was a lame game. I always thought, I gotta buy this main thing. My guy's gonna die if he doesn't eat soon. No.
It's like Minecraft's great grandfather.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right, well, we got to go to a break, and then we'll come back with more from our featured comedian and some more music right here in the Double Edge Christian Rock and Comedy Show.
Yeah.
Do you like what you're hearing? Great news. You can hear more. Go to livestream.com/Core Radio for this and more of Core Radio's broadcasts. Into sports? Check out the 4th and 10 Christian Sports Show. How about the Christian Rock and Comedy Show with Double Edge? Or how about some old school Christian rock? Check out Retro Rock Live. Or maybe a faith talk with some interactive messages from Sunday morning messages at the Rock. Oh wait, you guessed it. The church and its services right here at www.livestream.com/Core Radio. That's www.livestream.com/Core Radio. Thanks again for listening, because there's more coming your way from Core Radio, Church on the Rock Radio. All right, Nigel, you ready to get into some comedy?
I am. Let's do this.
All right, check it out.
Brian McKim.
Nice.
And that Facebook, people on Facebook always trying to make themselves seem more important, more complex. Ooh, my relationship? Well, it's complicated. Get out of here, you complicated. I'll give you complicated. Huh? I got a twin stepbrother. That stops them dead in their tracks, let me tell you. Smoke coming out of the keyboard. I think one of the things that's driving people nutty is politics. Myself, I try to stay away from politics lately. I'm going to pay no attention to politics. That's what I said. I'm going to pay attention to the things that mean something, that matter, you know. People, and I think I thought, I'm going to get a dog, you know. So I went online, I said, I'm thinking of getting a border collie. And somebody types in, only if you could make Mexico pay for it. You can't get away from it. I was at the grocery store. I've done my shopping. I'm headed for the self-checkout, you know. And I get there at exactly the same time as this woman. It was a tie, dead heat. And she says, this lady, she was 100% Native American. I know this because she was wearing a sweatshirt that said, I am 100% Native American. So we get there at the same time, and she says, oh, go ahead. I said, oh, no, go ahead. She says, oh, no, you were here first. I said, oh, no, you were here first. She says, are we still talking about the same thing? People ask me, are you a glass half full or a glass half empty kind of guy? I'm a comedian, so I'm both. I can't risk being either one. Give an example. Had dinner at a Chinese restaurant. After the meal, they gave me a fortune cookie. I crack it open and it says, you will be reunited with an old friend. Well, that's nice. I hope he's alive. I'm engaged in a fascinating project right now. I'm restoring my boyhood home. All right, I'm painting my mother's dining room.
That's great.
He's one of those smart comedians. You have to pay attention to get thing. The punchlines are a little bit like Stephen Wright. Not quite. Yeah. He's more like a little psychological-ish Tom. Does that make sense?
And a part of it is like, it's just funny that some people won't get it too. And you kind of look around the room and you're like, that person's not getting it.
Like that last line, like what was it? The thing about on my childhood. I'm painting my mom's dining room.
Yeah. That's great. I think your dad's into that kind of comedy too, isn't he?
Yeah, because he gets it. He doesn't think everybody gets it.
Yeah, which is the funniest part. I enjoy cracking jokes like that on the fly. I did one this morning with my son Miles because he was just out struggling this morning, and he's like, he's got like a little cold, and I said, "Hey, what's the difference between a cough and the coffin?" And he goes, "I don't know." I said, "Well, a cough means you're sick. The coffin means you're dead." He didn't get it, but Amy did yell from the kitchen, "That was a dumb joke." So All right, let's get back to some music, and then we're going to get to prayer time. If you got any prayer concerns, let us know in the stream, wherever you're listening, and we'll definitely do that for you.
Yeah, so on with the show. That's the name of this next song by Bride. Right here on Double Edge.
Perfect for a segue.
Yeah.
Interesting ending.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
It like starts off slow and ends slow, and gets a little gets heavier in the middle.
Yeah, I like that. Awesome. And what's bride without Hetty?
It's a bride sandwich.
That's right. It's a bride sandwich. Cool. I'll order that any day. All right, Nigel, you want to pray? You see any prayer concerns out there?
I did not. I did look there.
All right, so why don't you just pray for our station, the Outreach Center, and we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome.
Lord, Father, we just thank you for this day, Lord, that you have made. We choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for all that's going on here, the ministry of the church, and the people just being blessed. And just thank you for the food pantry today and people coming in, Father, that are in need of food, Lord, that they will get all that they need, Lord, in order to get them through, Father, for food. And just thank you, Father, for our staff and being able to bless and encourage people, pray with people that need prayer. We just pray for anyone that is listening to the show, Lord, and I just pray that wherever they are in their relationship with you, Lord, that they would grow and just trust you, would pray, and we can, as we talked about persistent prayer, be persistent in seeking you in their life, Lord, and whatever they might be going through, Father, just help them to seek your face, Lord, and know, Lord, that you are God, and that, as this song says, Lord, that you just love them and show them your love and help them to reach out towards your love for their life, Father. I just thank you, Father, for just all these things, Lord, just encouraging the ministries. And I pray, Lord, that people would be also listening to our shows that are on the regular airwaves here on the Wave at WMCR, with both the ministry Jeff does on his show and we do on our show, Retro Rock. I thank you, Lord, for people being reached with the gospel and being touched, and maybe calling in and sharing their experiences of how it helps them to get closer to God. Lord, we thank you for that as well. We thank you for all these things, for everything that you do. And if anybody, Father, isn't feeling well, I just pray as well that you would heal them, Father, touch their bodies and help them to have a quick and speedy recovery in Jesus' name. We thank you for that and all these things in your name. Amen.
All right. Well, we need to go to a commercial break, and we'll come back with more Double Edge right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Double Edge Christian Rock and Comedy Show, an outreach ministry of Church on the Rock, 164 Madison Street, Oneida, New York. If you have any questions or would like any more information about the church and its ministries, give us a call at 315-280-4044. That's 315-280-4044. You can also check us out online at www.yourcotr.com. That's right, www.yourcotr.com. Thanks again for listening to the Double Edge Christian Rock and Comedy Show.
Do you like what you're hearing? Great news. You can hear more. Go to livestream.com/Core Radio for this and more of Core Radio's broadcasts. Into sports? Check out the 4th and 10 Christian Sports Show. How about the Christian Rock and Comedy Show with Double Edge? Or how about some old school Christian rock? Check out Retro Rock Live. Or maybe a faith talk with some interactive messages from Sunday morning messages at the Rock. Oh wait, you guessed it. The church and its services right here at www.livestream.com/Core Radio. That's www.livestream.com/Core Radio. Thanks again for listening, because there's more coming your way from Core Radio, Church on the Rock Radio. All right, so we're going to go to some comedy, right?
Yep, it'll be our last comedy clip today from Brian McKim. Some funny stuff, and make sure you stay on your toes and get these jokes. He's got some pretty funny stuff out there.
Nice.
Then we'll be back with one more song from a Bride's brand new album, Are You Awake, that we featured here today on the show. We'll talk a little bit about their websites and stuff at the end of the show.
Nice.
Here is Brian McKim with his last comedy of today. Check this out.
So, moved to Las Vegas 10 years ago from New Jersey. The Garden State. Don't you love that? The Garden State. Apparently someone's neglected to tend this garden for the past 50, 60 years. That is now the brown and crumbly state. Says so on those special license plates. Folks back east can't believe I live in Las Vegas. Somebody has to live there, you know. They really can't believe I live in the desert. That's like, ooh, that blows their mind. That's exotic. They don't know anything about the desert, so you can tell them anything when they ask dopey questions about it. Ooh, I hear it's hot there. Yeah, but it's a dry heat. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hear it rains a lot, too. Yeah, but it's a dry rain. Oh, yeah. Well, do you gamble a lot more? No. But I gamble in different ways. For instance, I now buy meat at the dollar store. They got some crazy stuff at the dollar store. So the other day I bought a Yankee candle, I brought it home, I lit it, it smelled like Reggie Jackson. They got doggy ice cream. Ice cream for dogs. This is a dumb idea. I had nothing to do with it. Tastes terrible, by the way. Ice cream for dogs. Save your money. They already have ice cream for dogs. It's called ice cream. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for the dog. It's not like he's got a waistline to worry about. He's not even wearing pants. At least not as often as I'd like him to. You know, there's a chain of dollar stores called Dollar General, which also sounds like a really terrible hospital. Do not get the transplant at Dollar General. You get a CAT scan there, they use a real cat. Pulled into a place called Family Dollar. There was a big old ugly family in the parking lot having an argument. I couldn't help but listen in. Turns out not one of them remembered to bring the family dollar. That'll put a crimp in your shopping day, let me tell you. There's a dollar store near my house called Everything's a Dollar, so one day I walked in, put $1 down on the counter, backed the truck up to the front, loaded everything in. I am now the proud owner of a truckload of crap from China. I'm thinking of starting my own dollar store now. Thinking of calling it Crap from China. Or maybe each thing's $1. I paid attention in English class.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Everything, it says everything's $1. Here's your dollar, man.
Let's go try it. What do you think?
I like a bunch of crap from China.
I don't think either of us could really run too fast out of the building. I'm probably going to be the one that gets caught. So as long as you bring in bad money,
why would you want to rob a bunch of a Chinese dollar store?
we'll make a profit. We'll call it, I don't know, something that makes everything sound expensive.
Everything's $75. No,
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna buy it.
Yeah. Gems from the dollar store.
Gems from the dollar store. Now the dollar store has $5 items and $3. It does.
Well, by the way, though, on Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, we didn't have a turkey temperature thing. I went to Price Chopper, I went to Walmart, and it hit me. The dollar store. And guess who had one? The dollar store.
Oh, boy.
And it still works.
Nice.
The cooking sucks. Because I'm doing a lot of the cooking. But the temperature gauge works pretty well.
Yeah, that would be.
All right, so we got one more song?
Yeah, 12 o'clock apocalypse. It's more like almost 1 o'clock apocalypse.
Yeah, play the song first.
And so we'll play the song and come back and let you know a little bit about their websites.
Awesome.
And that'll be our day here at Double Edge. Thanks again for listening. One awesome more song from Bride, 12 o'clock apocalypse, right here on Double Edge.
There you go.
We are in our own decision. We have
Nice. I mean, nice. That's awesome. My head's been like going on the whole day. It's just jamming.
Yeah, it's a great song.
You can't listen to that music.
There's two really, really good songs that I didn't choose because they were like they were a little bit long for radio.
Oh, okay.
Another great song, Hammer Down, and I forgot the other one. Well, I probably would know it if I looked at the album here. It was Hammer Down and Under My Skin is good. They're all good. Trippin' is a really good song.
Wow. I'm going to go check it out.
And definitely sounded great on my stereo last night. That's for
So
sure.
you listened to the whole album straight through?
Yeah, I listened to it, and I read the lyrics.
Wow.
It's been a while since I did. I was reading the lyrics to see what they're talking about, too. Some good messages. But, like, their lyrics were weird because they skipped around. Instead of it all being straight, like reading a book,
yeah.
I had to, like, they're singing this part. Oh, now they're singing that part.
Wow.
And they're doing these different parts and stuff. I'm like, what the heck?
It's pretty cool, some of the creative things that artists are doing. You know, my son has a favorite band that he really likes, and for his birthday, he got the album, but it also came with, like, a book of literally copies of the original music, but it was like handwritten.
Oh, wow.
And then it also had artwork that the guy who wrote the music, it's a rock band, is also an artist that he wrote alongside it, with pictures of the house where they wrote the music. Really cool stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so, but he paid for it, but it was cool.
That must have been a progressive rock band.
Cambrio and something. Do you know that group?
I think it's a progressive rock band.
Yeah. He's a progressive musician guy, so
he sends me clips of music sometimes on Facebook.
Yep. That's awesome.
So that I can hear it, because he knows I have lots of taste of music.
You have a diverse. You are very diverse.
Yeah.
Except country. You don't do country, right?
Oh, country.
Okay, praise God for that. We don't do country.
Unless it's more southern rockish.
Right.
I won't do it.
That's true. As soon as their voices start cracking, I'm out of here.
I can't do the steel guitar.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. No, I cannot do the steel guitar.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, their websites. I'm not thrilled about either of their websites. They're kind of like speaking of the old computers. I guess it's because of the old computer. Both websites look like they were done in like 1999. Bride, they both look confusing.
Yeah.
I should show pictures of them, but they're whatever. There is a thing. So Bride, the top of it, they have a photo library and email. Bride videos on YouTube, messages, concerts. A lot of the same things they've done, but the graphics are just so like old and just doesn't look good. Everything just kind of looks thrown together. Band bios, lyrics, book the bride, like a Bride the book, or and yeah, you can buy some CDs and other things on there. But I mean, it does basically the different things. It's just really outdated. Same with the Brian, and then the Bride's website anyway is bridepub.com, pub like a pub, POB.com, and then Brian McCain comedy.com. It took forever. I finally found his bio. I didn't even read the bio from his website on the thing because I couldn't find it.
Really?
Because it looks like just a smorgasbord of stuff. Like everything's just, there's nothing on the top. There's kind of halfway down, there's like a thing that says follow me on Instagram. So you click that, and I guess it goes to his Instagram page. That's the only other social media outlet I see for Brian.
Wow.
And it's just, I don't know. They both are just look like I'm looking at websites in the late 90s and not in 2024.
Right.
But it is what it is. They both have websites. Brian, you're allowed to check them out yourself, see what I mean. Brian McKim comedy.com and bridepub.com. That's their website. So
cool.
It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us here on the Double Edged Christian Rock and Comedy Show. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Have a good time, Nige?
Yeah, it was good, and the music was good. Everything, they were both good. They're just websites aren't.
Yeah.
I think they needed our advice with the bad computers here. I think they might have got that website from Etch-a-Sketch.
Something.
So
awesome.
Oh yeah. All right. We will have a great week, everybody.
Yeah. See you guys.
We'll see you again next week.
Yes.